In this lesson, we're going to add in the UI for our health. So let's get started. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Game Object, and I'm going to go to UI, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a panel, and this panel is going to be what's going to hold our uh, our little health heart things over here, and these heart things. Okay, cool. So here's my panel. Fortunately, it's a little big right now. I think it's actually taking up the entire canvas. That's not very good. I'm going to switch back over to this tool here so I can get these little blue squares. And let's sort of decide where we want this, our health to actually be. Maybe just like there. And then I'll move it a little away from the corner, give it a little bit of padding, just like that. And now let's move in. I can grab these little corners, move these in to the corners of this box, just like so. Grab that, move it in. Okay. Almost there. That's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to add a new component to this panel, and it's going to be a horizontal layout group. Okay. So we've used these before, and we're just going to use this to arrange our hearts in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on panel, and I'm going to go to UI, and I'm going to put an image in there. And the image just fills up the whole thing right now. None for the source image. So let's go ahead and fix that. So I have my image selected, and I'm just going to go ahead and rename this. That way when we copy and paste, it's going to, not going to rename all of them. So rename, I'm going to rename it heart. Okay. And let's go ahead and rename the panel to be health. Okay, cool. Now for the heart, I have it selected. I go into the inspector, go to the image component, and I'm going to drag and drop the heart image right on there. Oh, and look at that. How filled out that is. Well, let's go ahead, and how many hearts do we want? Let's say we want 3. So copy, paste, and that looks like it's those aren't stretched out anymore. So I think that that will be fine, just fine. One other thing I want to do is I want to select the health panel, and I do not want this image to be visible. So I'm just going to go ahead and click the check to turn off the image part of the health panel. That way we don't have that gray background. We could have also just taken away the source image and changed the color to, but that's just the easiest thing. Just unchecking that. There, now it's gone. Cool. Great. We have that taken care of now. So let's go ahead and play and see how that looks. Let's double check, make sure that's how we want it to be. Okay, yeah, no, I like that. That's fine. No problem there. We didn't have to change the padding or anything. So that's cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and start working on a script. So back into the editor, let's go ahead and make a scripts folder. So create folder and call it scripts. Okay. I'm going to go into my scripts folder and then right click down here and then say create, and I'm going to create a C# script. Okay. And I'm going to call this health manager. Cool. I'm going to open it up and give it a second to load. Looks like it's loaded up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 new variables. One is going to be what we store the game objects for our hearts, the hearts we just made, so that we can set their active to be false whenever we get hit. So I'm going to go ahead and create a public, because we want to be access this from the inspector, game object, because these are game objects, array, and it's going to be called hearts. Okay, now I'm going to make a private variable, and this variable is going to be an integer that's going to keep track of our health in terms of like how much health do we have, So that will work for that, and we need to actually have that set to the number of hearts we have. And so what I'm going to do is right at the beginning, in start, right when the level starts, I'm going to go ahead and assign health to be equal to hearts.length. So that will work. That will assign that. Now let's go ahead and just assign our health manager to our character. So I'm going to drag and drop it onto our character robot boy here. I can select the character robot boy and then go down to the bottom, and it looks like we have our hearts are right here. So now let's go ahead and assign that. I'm going to go ahead and lock the inspector by clicking on the padlock up here in the inspector. Just like that, till it's locked. And then I'm going to select this heart through this heart, and drag and drop them onto hearts, just like that. So cool, that's been assigned, and we are done with that. I'll see you in the next lesson.